Coma. Hello everybody, it's Tom here from the Company Code, author, educator and public speaker. Today guys, I'm going to discuss the sensation that is a food coma. What is a food coma and why does it happen? And how can you, quite simply, avoid it happening? Well, I'm sure most of you here watching today will have had a moment when you overindulged in the amount of food you was eating. You had a big meal. It usually happens on Christmas Day for most, and then before you know it, you end up falling asleep. There's a reason why you're doing this. You've just gone into what is known as a food coma. Food coma is probably more common than you think, and it's a perfectly normal thing, and it's nothing to be alarmed about, but understand why it's happening, and then maybe take steps to try and avoid it. So, simply, a food coma occurs when you've overindulged, you've had far too much to eat, the portion size was too big, or you've simply had too much food. Your body's natural response to having a lot of food is to concentrate the blood to the digestive system. So what will naturally happen is the blood flow to the brain will slow, and by doing this, it'll make you very, very tired and lethargic. Naturally, you will end up falling asleep. And in that sleep period, like you do when you usually sleep, your body will try and process what is inside your digestive system to remove it as quick as possible, or at least break it down into a more manageable form of digestion like you usually have, okay? So, it is a pretty normal thing, really, that happens. And many of us have suffered with it. I have as well, even me. I'll be straight with you. I'm not particularly big, but I love my food. And I've been very guilty of going a little over the top with what I've eaten over the years. I'm very lucky in that I managed to keep the weight off me because I'm quite active. And I got a high metabolism. So I'm lucky in that respect, okay? But I know that as you get older, your metabolism slows and you don't get away with things as much, perhaps. And also, it's always very good to be mindful about what you're putting inside you, because you are what you eat, as I've said many a time before on previous videos ages ago. So, definitely with the food coma, don't freak out, this is pretty normal. It's your body's reaction to taking on too much. So, the body's reaction is, we need to process it and get it out, okay? Or to break it down. So, with you being in that situation, quite simply, to avoid this situation ever occurring, be mindful of the size of your portion. You know, could you have had a smaller meal? Did you have to go all out? You know? Have a meal with some water. That water will allow you to break the food down a little bit better. And simply make sure that you've eaten when you've been well rested. If you're naturally already feeling tired or have not had a good night's sleep, and you're then going to eat a massive wedge of food, then 100% there is more likely that you're going to go into a food coma if you overindulge. You're already tired, your body needs that extra energy to remove what's gone inside you, and of course you're going to end up falling asleep. It is an absolute fact. Guys, very short video today, but one I think we all need to be very mindful of. Hey, I completely get it. I have a dad who doesn't understand what portion control is. He's over the top with what food he gives me whenever I visit my mum and dad's house. He was when I was growing up. And since I've moved out to sort of live, you know, my portion control is a lot better, it's a lot smaller. But obviously some people can't help it. My grandmother was the same. My dad's mum, funnily enough. She was incredibly generous with the amount of food she wanted you to have, and was almost offended if you didn't eat. So you go around, I go and visit on a Sunday, my nan and my granddad. That's my dad's dad and my dad's mum. And if I didn't eat what was there, she would get very offended. And I'm a great believer in not wasting food. There are hundreds of people, thousands, millions of people in the world who haven't got food. And I don't believe in wasting food. But equally, if you can't manage what you've got, surely it's better to have a smaller portion than waste it, you know? That's the way I look at it anyway. Guys, first video of 3 this week. I want to say thank you very much all of you for being here as always. I really appreciate your time and energy as always spent here on my channel. Thank you kindly. Put down in the comment section below, have you ever had a food coma? Is this something that's happened regularly for you, or have you managed to sort of manage your portion control, and do you only eat sensibly? Because it's alright, we can all overindulge occasionally, it's human nature, of course you're going to overindulge. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below, leave me a thumbs up and a like, and let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know when my next content's out. Until then guys, I want to say thank you all ever so much as always for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. I will be back with my second video of the week in a couple of days. Until then, take care of yourselves and bye for now.